On the topic of very funny comedies, I've been trying to tell as many people as I can about this, but there's a British comedian named Diane Morgan, and she stars and it must be a creative lead on a show called Cunk in Britain, or Cunk on Britain, excuse me. And it's like, those BBC documentaries that are like, Stonehenge, nobody knows how they got there. It's kind of one of those. It's her doing that, and she has this kind of very working class accent.
This is the famous Greenwich Meridian line coming out of that time transmitter and running along this metal line on the ground. That's why this is the only place in the world where I can be in the past and the future, with the present running right up through my middle bits.
But it's shot beautifully, EJ. It's shot like a BBC documentary. They really put the time and effort into it. And it's got a little bit of the Sacha Baron Cohen thing of like, she'll interview experts and she'll be a total asshole. Like, she'll be like, what was the Soviet Onion? And they'll be like, I believe you meant the Soviet Union. She's like, you're going to mansplain to me.
What was the Soviet Onion?
And you probably mean the Soviet Union.
I don't want to be rude, but I think you're mansplaining a bit. Can we stick to the topic of the Soviet Onion, please?
Okay.
She just has the greatest, like, it's almost like one-liners in a way.
Yeah, it's everything, I love, there's a joke in the intro where she's like, I'm going to be starting sentences in one shot. And then like she's on a mountain. She's like, and finishing them in another.
Yeah.
Along the way, I'll be shouting at helicopters.
Yeah, it's almost, the one-liners almost have like a Mitch Hedberg kind of,
All right.
My belt loops on my pants hold up the belt, and my belt holds up my pants. What is going on down there? Who is the real hero?
I got a belt on that's holding up my pants, and my pants have belt loops that hold up my belt. I don't know what's really happening down there. Who is the real hero?
There was one where she's like in her interview, and she like finds out that the nuclear weapons still exist or something, and she starts crying.
Tears up. Can we talk about something? Can we talk about something?
It's almost like good acting too, because she looks legitimately sad.
We don't have nuclear weapons these days.
I'm afraid that nuclear war and the threat of nuclear destruction remains very much with us.
She's so funny. You know how like when we were in the midst of like a bunch of crappy shows and like watching Beavis and Butthead was like coming up for fresh air.
Yeah.
Watching like 5 minutes of this, it's a laugh a second. It's just, you forget sometimes that like some entertainment is meant to like hit with you.
Subscribe to Red Cow Entertainment on Patreon for full episodes every other week.